We're going to be making some spacers. Let me see here. Do we have any spacers laying on the table? I know he's messing with them. But you know, we got two that were on here. So we got to make it where the clutch and all this lines up to the wheel, the sprocket, and the chain, where it all lines up all good. So that's what we're going to do right now. We got the spacers on there. The next thing we're going to do is putting the chain on the wheel, you know, the drive wheel. So let's do this. Let's see if we got it lined up properly. So we had to put those washers in there. Looks straight to me. Nice. So what we're planning on doing is extending these so I can put the motor back a little bit further so we have more room for the seat. I mean, we got a pretty good amount of room for the seat right now, but we want the seat to go back a little bit further. So we're planning on cutting these back a little bit with the drill, drilling it out and then filing it. So when we get this done, I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, we're just marking our spots right now. We'll put our little notches so we know where to cut and grind to. Is that not going through very well?
Oh, it will.
Now we'll be taking the angle grinder and getting these. You can see there's little areas. Cack that off. Get that all set right. You'll be able to push the motor back further, which means we can push the seat back further. It ain't so close to the steering wheel. You know, little mods having to make it better, more comfortable. As you can see, we extended it a bit more, so now the motor will be able to go back further, which means the seat will be able to go back further, which means it'll be more comfortable. Won't be all crunched up as much, so looking pretty good. Now we're going to file it out just to make it smoother. Smooth out those new cuts we made. So we should have figured this chain's all boogered up. It's the way it's setting on the clutch to the wheel. You know, it don't have enough. It's got too much slack in it. But we can't adjust it because there's no, can't remember what Papa Air Gunner was calling it. There's a part where you can like disconnect and all that stuff, and there was no way to disconnect the chain. It was all just kind of boogered together. So we cut it. He's going to a Tractor Supply store to buy like a linkage connection or whatever that thing's called. I can't remember what he's calling it, but it should make it work. But yeah, they boogered this chain drive together. So we should have figured it the way that everything was welded together, that there'd be some other issue. Well, as you can see, we bought another go-kart. Got a Manco Dingo, got that last night. It accelerates really quick. It's awesome. But we're still working on this one. We should be able to get this one running today. Hopefully, when we're cutting a spacer for this last back tire. Because all the other tires, you can see, we got the spacers on. We have to space that one because that's the drive wheel. So hopefully we get this one running and be able to video me driving it, Pop Air Gunner driving it. But yeah, I couldn't pass up on this Dingo. Found it on Marketplace. This is the one with the blue rail, like the blue, what do we call those things? Pool noodles. You put the pool noodles on there so you have a bump against it. You know, a little bit of cushioning. You've seen this one. This is the one I've had for a few weeks. That one's cool too. I think it has like a clutch issue because when you floor it, like all the power doesn't kick in immediately. It takes a bit, and then you get all the power. So we have to look into that and get that fixed. But it's still a really good cart. But yeah, Manco Dingo, it's a really cool cart. Really happy with that. So let's get to working. All right, we got that back spacer fit. So all the spacers are on the wheels, and all the wheels are tightened down. Now it's just we got to mount the seat. Hopefully,
Linkages.
the linkages, and hopefully when we drive it, that chain stays on. So we had a few little issues with this. I didn't get it on video, but it's kind of slacky on there. But we'll see if it stays on. If not, we'll figure out something. Right, we're gonna be hooking up all the goodies. We'll be hooking up the gas and the brake, and you gotta feed that under and all that stuff. Got to end up taking off the drive wheel to put the brake on. We'll get this all done, and when I get it all done, I'll show you. Or when Papa Aragon gets on, he's doing all the work. What am I talking about? I'm retarded. We got the brake. It's all set up. As you can see, we got it all ran through here into the pedal. Now we're going to be doing the acceleration pedal, which will be the linkage, which will go all the way underneath the cart. As you can see, we already got the cable, not the cable, but the piece of metal that the cable connects to. We'll fish it underneath there to this area here. I'll get back to you when we got it on. Running the throttle cable into the motor. So when you push the gas, it goes. Got the throttle hooked up. We're all ready to rock. Now we just gotta put the air filter box back on top of it. So we took that off just to be able to get in there easier and connect everything. It's much easier to just take the whole thing off because there's only 2 bolts. It's alive!